welcome to lessonswithtroy.com. I'm Troy Brenningmeyer. Well, in this week's lesson, we're back to the Dobro, tuned to open G tuning, GBD tuning from your lowest to your highest string, and we're learning my newer arrangement of St. Anne's Reel. Now, this was one of the first lessons I had up on the site, but I decided to go back and rearrange it to how I'm playing it now, and to use the new camera angles and to make a jam track with band in the box. So the old one didn't have a jam track with it. It was just the lesson. So I think you'll enjoy playing along with that jam track. So this one is challenging. It's in the key of D, and we've got lots of open pull-offs, lots of great licks in the key of D that you can apply to other tunes as well. And we got 3 pages of tablature, so go ahead and print that out and set it on the stand in front of you, and we'll get going learning my new arrangement of St. Anne's Reel. Okay, this first phrase will cover measures 1, 2, and 3 of your tablature. Now keep in mind we are in the key of D, so we'll be working primarily out of this D major scale in open position. However, later on in the lesson we do go up the neck. But if you have my lesson Understanding the Fretboard Volume 2, I cover all that in that lesson. So I suggest you get that and understand a lot more about the key of D, and especially the key of D in open position. So remember, measures 1, 2, and 3 is what we're going to work on. And also pay attention to my right hand, especially slow. I'm going to play this slow at first, then I'll speed it up. But slowly you can really hear the muting going on with the right hand. So let me go ahead and play it a few times, then I'll show you what I'm doing. Again. And notice my index and middle finger kind of just follow my thumb down and mute out strings that I may not want ringing out. Now you could let strings ring out, if you wanted to. It'd sound like this. Now, as you can tell, some strings sound good ringing out and other strings don't. Now, theoretically, when you're in the key of D and you have an open G string ringing out over that major third, that F sharp, that's what you're going to get, that sound. So really pay attention, play this slowly, and some strings like the open D, you might want ringing out over that F sharp or the A. Right? And that all sounds great, but watch out for that open G string, because that's the especially that interval really jumps out as not sounding all that great. Okay, so we start on the and of beat 4 of measure 1 with a hammer on, middle finger playing our first string, 0 to 2, and then we're going to slide from 2 to 4. Okay, then we do that quick little lick, and that's your bar's tilted up, just getting the tip of your bar, ring and pinky are behind your bar, muting out, and you're on fret 4, and you're going to slide up to 5, back down to 4, go to 5th fret 2nd string, open 1st string, open 2nd string. Sounds like this. And basically your middle finger's playing that 1st string, index is playing the 2nd string. Okay, now this can be kind of tricky, this hammer on next, because we're using the index finger again. So it's going to be playing twice on the 2nd string. So that's 0 2 0 on my 2nd string, hammer on pull off. And I suggest to make everything real crisp, and when you do your pull off, pull straight back. And then you end with the 2nd fret on your 3rd string. And then while that's ringing out, this is a good test of your intonation to see if you're in tune. You play an open 4th string while that 2nd fret 3rd string's ringing out. So if you're just a little bit off on that 2nd fret 3rd string, you're really going to hear it. Just really play it slow. Make sure you have good intonation, playing well in tune. Okay, now we do this series of pull-offs here. And this is where your open position D major scale comes into play. Simply put, basically if you play 2nd fret to open, that's going to be in the key of D. But we do have this F sharp here on our 4th fret that comes into play. So at the end of measure 2, we do an open 1st string. And you're going to do a pull off 2 to 0 on your 2nd string. That's middle to index on your right hand. Now my thumb's going to play a lot here. We're going to play 2 to 0 on my 3rd string, 4 on my 4th string with the thumb. Those are all pull-offs, right? 1st string, and then 2 to 0 on my 2nd string, 2 to 0 on my 3rd string, 4 on my 4th string. Now we're going to do a hammer-on the 3rd string, 0 to 2, with the index. Open 2nd string with the middle, open 1st string with the middle. And that's that series of hammer or pull-offs and hammer-ons. Now keep in mind any strings that are ringing out, especially when you're playing it slowly, that you may not want ringing out. You can use a combination of pick blocking and your ring finger on your left hand to mute out certain things. Okay, so after that hammer on, 0, 2 on your 3rd string, open 2nd string, open 1st string. We're going to go back to the 3rd string. We're going to do a hammer on pull off triplet with the thumb, 0 to 0 on your 3rd string. And then we're going to slide from 2 to 4 to end that phrase on our 4th string. Now, notice the pick blocking, especially here, because that hammer on pull off ends with an open 3rd string, your G note, and then you're sliding into your 4th fret 4th string. Hear that interval? E. So I suggest when you bring your thumb down, just touch that string with your index finger. And if your index and middle are following your thumb around, it can easily mute that out. For all you left-hand blockers out there or muters, you can just touch that with your ring finger on your left hand. So whichever way you want to mute out, I suggest always use a combination and let certain strings ring out that you may want to ring out, but use your ear and hear certain strings that wouldn't sound good over that chord. So okay, so let me play this phrase up to tempo now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, so that right there can be slightly tricky when you, like I said before, if you're slightly off tune on that 2nd fret 3rd string, there at the end of measure 2, when you play that open 4th string, you're going to hear it. So play it slowly and really work on your intonation. Okay, let's go on to the next phrase.